bear story. Are you ready for a bear story? There was a bear. His name was Jim, and children weren't askeered of him. And he lived in a cave where he was comfortable as he could be. And in that cave, so my pa said, Jim always kept a stock of bread and honey so that he could treat the boys and girls along his street. And all that Jim could say was woof and give a grunt that went like Soof. And Pa says when his grunt went off, it sounded just like Grandpa's cough. Or like our Jerry when he's mad and growls at peddler men that's bad. While grown-ups were afraid of Jim, kids could do anything with him. One day, a little boy like me that had a sister, Marjorie, was walking through the woods, and they heard something woofing down that way. And they was scared and stood stock still and wished they had a gun to kill whatever 'twas, but little boys don't have no guns that make a noise. And soon the woofing closer grew, and then a bear came into view, the biggest bear you ever saw. Ma's muff was smaller than his paw. He saw the children and he said, I ain't gonna kill you dead. You needn't turn away and run. I'm only scaring you for fun. And then he stood up just like those big bears in circuses and in shows, and danced a jig and rolled about and said woof woof, which meant look out, and turned a somersault as slick as any boy can do the trick. Those children had been told of Jim, and they decided it was him. They stroked his nose when they got brave and followed him into his cave, and Jim asked them if they liked honey. They said they did. Said Jim, that's funny. I've asked 1,000 boys or so that question, and not one said no. What happened then, I cannot say, 'cause next I knew 'twas light of day. By Edgar Albert Guest, 1881 to 1959. What an amazing poet.